Welcome to the USA Softball of Oregon College Exposure 2020 Fall Classic with live streaming coverage brought to you by TravelMedford.org. Today's event is produced by Table Rock Sports in partnership with Travel Medford, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission, and Southern Oregon University. I'm Jeff Smith. I'm joined by Riley Donovan, and on camera is Joseph Brett. Our game today out of Pool H features the Corvallis Lady Knights, who are in the field, and they will be taking on Oregon Blaze United. We're waiting for the lineup cards. This game will probably get underway before we get them, but we'll try and pick up the numbers and get you the players as things happen. And we get things started with a called strike. I mentioned my color announcer for this game, Riley Donovan. She plays softball for Oregon State University, a world-class program over at Oregon State. And
Yep.
and Riley, you're a catcher, is that right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So that's you're our second catcher in a row over here, and as far as I'm concerned, the catchers are the smartest players on the field. So
Yeah, we definitely have to know a lot.
line shot taking it short.
Oh, wait.
Peyton
I think it's just me. I'm fast.
Peyton Justice makes the play. So Oregon Blaze United batting, now one out. And the Corvallis Lady Knights in the field. Second baseman takes the hard grounder and makes the play. And quickly 2 outs here in the top of the first. The pitcher for the Lady Knights, Mackenzie Hale, West Albany High School. She'll be a 2023 graduate. And there's a shot that gets in fair, and that'll go out of play. It'll be a ground rule double. So a 2-out double for the Oregon Blaze. I believe that should be number 11, Kanani Lambert out of Beaverton High School. Both these teams in this game out of Oregon. Corvallis Lady Knights, incidentally, you would think are out of Corvallis, but they're listed out of Kaiser. Not too far away. Kaiser, a baseball town here in Oregon for sure. I know it's softball, but it's all the same. There's a hit over the right fielder's head. And a run will score, an RBI double with 2 outs. Gives the Oregon Blaze United the early lead, 1-0. We've given our friend Riley here all kinds of challenges. She's operating the computer, and I've been doing it for a while, and I still screw it up. So we let the rookie take over, and
Multitasking is not my strong suit.
so we get a courtesy runner out at second, and the batter, number 2, Allison Countryman out of Columbia High School. One of 2 Washington players on the Beaverton Oregon Blaze United team. Ground ball in the hole. This may get a run home. And ahead of the throw. They throw to second. That'll get into center field, but not far enough for the runner to advance. And it's now 2-0 in favor of Oregon Blaze United. Incidentally, if I didn't mention it before, we'll mention it now that I think I did. Mackenzie Hale starting on the mound or in the circle for the Lady Knights. And the batter for Oregon Blaze, number 25, Alexis Figueroa, College of the Siskiyous. She graduated in 2020. So our second recent graduate of the day. That fly to center will end the inning. They leave one, get two, and we head to the bottom half of the first. Lady Knights coming up to bat. Lady Knights coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. They gave up 2 runs in the top half. They'll try and get them back here. And leading off will be number 2, Bella Zapata. She's from Sherwood High School. She will graduate in 2024. And that ball foul. I see you shaking your head there, Riley. That
I mean, from my angle, it just looked. It just looks like she touched it before she.
I thought the same thing. I thought that ball was still in fair territory when she touched it, but yeah, obviously the umpire has a better look than we do.
I have a fence.
Yeah, you're.
So I don't know.
I'm having to peek around it, so the umpire, I'm sure, made the right call. But we saw the same thing.
It is. It's all right.
I'm telling you, it's catchers. They see everything, so
right.
They know if a call's missed.
I know I'm struggling to not yell out "Oh, ball up," just because I'm used to it. That's my instinct.
Yeah. Now, the high school that I did radio for previously, they picked the catcher because she was the biggest mouth on the team. Is that how you got that job?
No, definitely not. That did not come naturally, for sure. That took me a long time to really get
base hit left field. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's part of the job, but for some it has to be learned, and others it just comes naturally.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they picked me probably because of my size. I am a 6 foot tall, very broad girl, so I think my strength had something to do with that in my throw.
Next up will be number 13. That is Aspen Westby out of McNary High School. Another freshman. Takes a strike at the knees. Now we had a little bit of rain in the last game and a lot of rain first thing this morning. As a catcher, I asked this of our last catcher in the booth. Do you adjust how you call the game a little bit if there's certain pitches that are just too hard to throw when the ball's wet? And
Oh, totally. I mean, you kind of do it as you go, It's whatever the pitcher tries, You go until you can't. You do every pitch that was working until it doesn't when it's raining. If they really can't get that rise ball because they just can't get that snap, then you just kind of have to lay off that and work with the high fastball, So it's just kind of rain. You really just have to work with it and see what you can do.
So you treat it kind of similarly to if a pitcher's struggling with a certain pitch and just not able to find the plate, you may quit calling that pitch just because they're not able to do it.
Right. And they might have to but while we're on offense, just see if they can make it work in the bullpen, just work with it how you can.
So the ground out advances the runner to third. And next up will be number 11. And that is Shaylen Rhodey. I have her as a different number. She's got a different number today. And she is out of Willamette High School. Another freshman. Runner coming down the line. She'll get there ahead of the throw. So a run in cuts the lead in half here in the first. And I think I may have failed to mention who our pitcher is. And that appears to be number 5 for Oregon Blaze United, Jessica Start, Steart. Little excuse me swing there, fouls it off. Jessica is out of Banks High School. I know about where Banks High School is. It's a little west of Portland. I was just outside of Banks when the NBA suspended their season because of COVID, and it's been crazy ever since. There's a little grounder to third. They make the play. And now 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first. And our next hitter, the cleanup hitter, number 24. And we may have another number change here. Taya DeGrand out of Redmond High School. I keep thinking I'm looking at the wrong roster because there's a couple of number changes in this one. Sharp grounder to short. And they make the play to end the first. So the Lady Knights get 1 back, but they trail 2-1 at the end of 1.
Everyday heroes live life full circle. Fill up and use your enrolled kickback card so you save 16 cents a gallon at the pumps. Get what you need when you need it. And remember, We reward all heroes with kickback cards at My Circle K. And if a call goes out for another heroic appearance, no problem. We have that one covered too. With our state-of-the-art car wash systems. Be the hero you were meant to be. Heroes living life full circle.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Top of the second. And leading off for Blaze United, number 14, Jenna Bergman, Battleground High School, Battleground Washington, the other Washington player on that Oregon Blaze United team. And she's retired for the first out. And next up will be number 3, Emma De Loyola. Sorry, Emma. Aloha High School, Beaverton, Oregon. And she will graduate this year, 2021, this school year. Hard ground ball in the hole, base hit center field. So a one-out base runner for Blaze United. And that'll bring up number 7, Aurora Prettyman, Central Catholic High School. She is also a senior.
Ooh.
Drive to left, over the head of the left fielder. One hops the wall. And a double. Puts runners at second and third. Still only one out. So a big RBI situation here for number 5, Jessica Stark. First pitch swinging, drops one to left. Left fielder comes in, makes a underhand catch, and gets the runner, doubles her off of second base. And an RBI situation is erased with a great play in left, heads-up play, and maybe not quite as heads-up on the base pass there, but great throw from the left fielder. Ends the top half of the second. Bottom half coming up.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Lady Knights batting here in the bottom of the second. And the first batter pops out. That was number 12, Jaden Lee, who pops out. She's from Canby High School, class of 2022. And I'm gonna apologize to that base runner in that last half of inning. I'm not gonna say the umpire missed the call. I'm just gonna say she didn't really. It wasn't as bad as it may have seemed. We'll leave it at that. And quickly the second out. And so 2 outs here in the second. And that'll bring up, is that number 18? Natalia Zepeda out of Sherwood High School.
What's up? That's coming to us.
That one's coming our way and gets out of play just in front of our booth here. Well hit to center, but center fielder up to the task. 1-2-3 inning. And the Knights are retired here in the second. We head to the third, still 2-1, Oregon Blaze United. Top of the third, Oregon Blaze up to bat. They lead 2-1. And our batter, number 15, Isabel Mercier, St. Helens High School. And she will be a 2022 graduate. This is day one of our College Exposure 2020 Fall Classic for USA Softball Oregon. Day two will be bracket play tomorrow. 6 more games at each field. And she strikes out looking. That'll bring to the plate Juliana Penal, Southridge High School. She's a senior. Fakes the bunt, swings away, and the shortstop able to make the play. Number 15, Peyton Justice, making the play out at short. She's from McMinnville High School. Another one of our freshmen. Quite a few freshmen on this Lady Knights team. And the next hitter, with 2 outs for Blaze United, grounding out was I lost lost track in the order there. So bottom half of the second coming up. Number 87, Kate Kofstad, will lead things off for the Lady Knights here in the third. And Kofstad from Silverton High School. She will be a 2023 grad. Play made it short. Alexis Figueroa out of College of the Siskiyous makes the play. And the next hitter will be number 27, Madison Morris, out of McNary High School. She will be a 2023 grad. So, Riley, I understand you guys were working clinic yesterday. How did that go?
It went really, really well. I think that all of us worked really hard, and I think all of the campers that came worked really, really hard, and I think they had a great energy. A lot of them went through each thing multiple times, so I think they had a really good attitude about that. But yeah, I thought it went really well, and towards the end we had that All-Stars game, so that was super fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time. I actually wish I could have gotten out here to watch some of that, although I'm sure that they probably would frown on that with all the COVID restrictions. They don't want any extra people out here.
Yeah, they had everybody. If you were here, you had to be out of the field. You couldn't be in the complex.
For sure. So a single brings up our next batter, number 2, Bella Zapata. First hit swinging, could be a double play ball if they hurry. They get the lead runner, can't get the out at first. So we'll trade Zapata for Morse down at first. And the next hitter should be number 13, Aspen Westby from McNary. These teams' uniforms are so similar. I have to keep checking, make sure I'm talking about the right team.
Right.
And a base hit up the middle. No hesitation there. Getting to third safely and coming in behind her. So the runners at second and third, heads up base running there. We've seen situations earlier in the day where people have run into outs like that, but that was executed just right. She could see, she knew she was going to make it to third, and just good base running on both ends of that. And that'll bring up number 11, Shaylen Rhodey out of Willamette High School. And I now see why my rosters don't match. They had 255s listed. There's a soft grounder to first. Foot race is won by the first baseman. Getting the out there was Aurora Prettyman, and that'll end the inning. Still 2-1 as we head to the fourth. Leading off here in the fourth for Oregon Blaze, number 13, and that is Kaya Oswalt, Clackamas High School. And once again, the pitcher for the Knights, Mackenzie Hale, West Albany High School. Grounder to third, but the ball thrown away, so it'll be leadoff hitter will reach on an error to start things off here in the fourth. We've had games today didn't get out of the fourth. We're in the fourth already here and still lots of time left.
2 minutes left, yeah. I mean, they've been going through pretty quick.
There's a drive to center field. Forget about it. That ball is gone. That ball went halfway to the baseball fence. That was crushed. A home run for number 11, Kanani Lambert. I didn't even get a chance to mention her name before she swung and drove that thing out of here. 2-run shot. And that extends the lead to 4-1. Kanani out of Beaverton High School, and she will graduate this year, 2021. I keep saying this year, then I correct myself, this school year, because technically it's still 2020. But
we just don't like to think of 2020 as an actual year.
I'd actually like to just, we'd like to get a list of things that are going to happen in 2021 before we agree to move into 2021. There's a hard grounder to short, thrown over in time for the out, and quickly retired is number 32, Athena Van Dyke, out of Glencoe High School. And that'll bring up number 2, Allison Countryman, Columbia High School in Vancouver, Washington. And a fly to left field, play made in left field for the second out here in the fourth. And the next hitter will be number 25. That is Alexis Figueroa, a 2020 graduate out of the College of the Siskiyous. And she grounds out to end the inning, but not before they tack on 2 more on the home run. And it's now 4-2 Oregon Blaze. Today's action is sponsored by TravelMedford.org, in the heart of beautiful southern Oregon where outdoor adventures abound. Crater Lake, the Rogue River, Mount Ashland, and miles of hiking and biking trails are just the start. You can learn more at TravelMedford.org. Lady Knights coming up here in the bottom of the fourth. And leading things off for the Lady Knights, number 24. That one lifted foul. Taya DeGrand, Redmond High School. Off the handle. Tough play for the shortstop, and she won't get it over in time. Had to go a long way to get that. Made a pretty good throw, but couldn't get the out. It's Figueroa there at short on that play. So a leadoff single for the Knights. And that'll bring up number 12. Jaden Lee out of Canby High School. And the runner will advance on the wild pitch. This could be playable for the first baseman, and she makes the catch. And with one out, the hitter will be number 15, Peyton Justice, McMinnville High School freshman. She takes a strike. Now, Riley, I don't know if I got to ask you, have you played any kind of travel ball like this?
Yeah, I did a lot when I was younger, more like 12U and below. I did 10U, 12U, and then I did a couple guest tournaments when I was in 14U, but other than that, I didn't really do a lot of travel ball. I played 3 different sports when I was in high school, so I was kind of busy doing a lot of different things rather than focusing on one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more, I think things are going to push back that direction. We see so many specializations that we're seeing a lot more injuries because of that. Mm-hmm. And I think that, at least health-wise, what your approach is probably better for your body than these ones that play year-round. I heard something recently. They kind of compared it to working out in the gym. If you do the exact same exercise day after day after day, it leaves you open to a lot of injuries. And
for sure. And I think that it just allows, teenagers and just whatever age, it doesn't matter, to really get an idea of what they love to play, what they love to do. Because, if you make a 12-year-old do one thing every single day all year round, they might get burnt out early. And it doesn't happen to everybody because that's their passion, but it can happen to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I just think that 3-sport athletes they get a better idea of what they want to pursue.
Yeah, and that doesn't take anything away from what we're doing here.
Totally.
This is an excellent situation, but it's a reminder that for those maybe 3-4 months where you aren't playing softball,
totally,
play some basketball, play something, lacrosse, something else,
and just be open to the idea of something else. You definitely should be able to do things like this just to hone in on your skills and everything like that, and really enjoy the sport that you love to play.
And they get the out over near first, can't double off the runner, but now 2 outs in the inning, and it'll be up to number 18, Natalia Zapata, Sherwood High School. And she gets a hold of that one, but the play is made in right field to end the inning. And we head to the fifth, 4-1 in favor of Oregon Blaze United. Along with great softball action, the Rogue Valley is home to the world's best cheese. Rogue Creamery's Rogue River Blue won that title in 2019's World Cheese Awards. Southern Oregon also features award-winning wineries and restaurants. You can learn more at travelmedford.org. First pitch swinging here in the top half of the fifth, and a leadoff single for Oregon Blaze United. And up next for Oregon Blaze, number 3. That's Emma De Loyola. Drops that one just inside the line. That'll be a hit. For De Loyola. I'm really struggling with that one. De Loyola. And so that puts 2 runners on. And our next hitter should be number 7, Aurora Prettyman. Tries to lay down the bunt. That one is foul. And leading off the game, I didn't get to her, was number 14, Jenna Bergman, Battleground High School. And she is the runner at second currently. So how did you land on the SOU team?
Well, so I went to a junior college, College of San Mateo. It's in California. I never heard of SOU before my sister went. Her name's Harley Donovan. She went. She's graduated now, but she ended up coaching here for a little bit, and then I just was super interested in the program. It seemed super passionate about what their philosophy and everything they do. They just seem so, yeah, pretty much my sister, she kind of connected me, and then they started talking to me and liked what they saw, so I'm here now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So a ground out to first, the runners advance. And our next hitter for Oregon Blaze is number 5. That is Jessica Start out of Banks High School. So RBI situation here with runners at second and third and only 1 out. She'd like to drive something somewhere, at least get 1 run home. Anything on the right side of the infield probably will get a run home as well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we've seen today that some of the base runners, doesn't matter where you hit it, they'll come home.
For sure. You got the speed. Go for it.
There's a strike called. Yeah, back during the Flintstone days when I was playing ball, I ran through more stop signs at third than anyone. Coaches hated me, but I just didn't,
had that tunnel vision.
I just didn't like to stop at third.
You're so close to home. Why would you?
Well, that's it. And a walk will load the bases. And next up, number 15, Isabel Mercier, St. Helens High School.
Bases.
With one out, the infield in, looking to cut down that run from scoring. Of course, the only problem with moving the infielders in is it gives that runner at third a little more leeway on how far she can cheat down the line. This is a situation where a pitcher is hoping to get a strikeout or maybe a pop-up, something.
Pop-up, a grounder to straight to shortstops or third baseman, anything like that.
They're going to try and get the play at home, not in time, so a run will score on the fielder's choice that doesn't get the out. And taking the first pitch, this should be number 22, Juliana Penal out of Southridge High School. If I'm mistaken, I do apologize, but left-handed hitters hide their numbers from me. Another play at the plate. This time they get the out. And now 2 outs. And if they get out of this bases loaded with 1 out situation, only giving up a run, that's probably a victory for you there. That's a tough situation. You'd like to get them with nobody scoring, but if you only give up 1, that's not too bad. Of course, with the Knights already trailing, they can't afford to give up too many more runs, but
right.
Considering that situation, it's if they can get out of it here, shouldn't hang their heads too low. A little slapper back to the pitcher, and they get out of it. Another run across. It's now 5-1, and the Knights will come up, try and get some of those back. bottom half of 5. And leading off for the Lady Knights, 87 is Kate Kofstad, Silverton High School. Grounder to short, and the play is made by Figueroa. And this might be the fastest game we've had here over here on Field 3 today. It's still over 20 minutes in the time in our allotted time, and we're already in the 5th inning. We've had a couple of games today, haven't even made it to the 5th inning.
Yeah, I had a lot of games, the ones that I was working at, there's barely made it to the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I heard this field this morning at least was one of the lower scoring fields. There's been some big scores put up today.
Yeah, there has been.
The hitter now is Madison Morris, number 27. Up here with 1 out, looking to get on base. The Knights need to get something going here, trailing by 4. And a strikeout is the 2nd out. And that'll bring up the top of the order. Number 2, Isabella Cepeda, Sherwood High School, a freshman. Players went from needing rain gear to needing sunglasses. The
Right.
sun giving the outfield a little trouble here now. And quickly it goes away as fast as it comes out. I saw 2 girls shading their eyes in the outfield, and now they're in shadows again. So it's one of those afternoons. There's a drive to left, playable, and the play is made. And that'll do it for the Knights here in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Oregon Blaze still leading 5-1. Today's action is sponsored by TravelMedford.org in the heart of beautiful Southern Oregon, where outdoor adventures abound. Crater Lake, the Rogue River, Mount Ashland, and miles of hiking and biking trails are just the start. You can learn more at TravelMedford.org. And a base hit will lead things off here in the top of the 6th. So Oregon Blaze not letting their foot off the gas here as they get the leadoff hitter on. And that first batter was Kaya Oswalt. This will be an out made by number 11, and that's Kanani Lambert. So Lambert quickly erased, so 1 out with a runner at first. And our next hitter will be number 32, Athena Van Dyke, out of Glencoe High School. First pitch swinging, double play ball if they can turn it, and safe at first. I was watching the umpire, but he assumed it was obvious enough he didn't really need to indicate it, but I can't see that well, so I need you to make that call, ump. So they get the lead runner, and now 2 outs and a courtesy runner coming over. That'll be number 13, Kaya Oswalt. And our next hitter, that looks like number 2, Allison Countryman, Columbia High School. And a line drive stabbed by number 15, Peyton Justice, with the putout. And the Knights coming up in the bottom of the 6th, still trailing 5-1. Knights come up here in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 5-1 to Oregon Blaze United. And the hitter to lead things off, number 11, Shaylen Rhodey. Sorry, that was 13 at the plate, Aspen Westby. I don't know how I got Got the wrong batter there. That was not 11, that was 13. Flies out to right. And now this should be Rhodey. I may have picked up the on-deck batter thinking it was the hitter. That one hit to left, and the play is made. And let's take a look. No, we had a different player entirely, so I really screwed that up. That was 86. Alexis. Is that Antle? Can't tell if that's an I or an L. Antle. And she flies out on the play. She's out of McMinnville High School, class of 2023. And now our hitter bringing some players off the bench, trying to keep me on my toes. This is number 22, Maya Ortiz, Corvallis High School, also class of 2023. And that ball will find a hole out there and drop in for a single. So up next will be number 12, Jaden Lee, Canby High School. Routine grounder to third. The play is made. And that'll do it for the sixth. So we'll get a full game in here for this one. First time today, on at least on this field, we're going to get a whole 7-inning game in as Blaze will come up to bat in the top half of the seventh, leading 5-1. Top of 7, Oregon Blaze United looking to pad their lead here. They lead right now 5-1. And the batter number 25, Alexis Figueroa. Jaden Lee, the pitcher for the Lady Knights. Punt attempt goes foul. Jenna Bergman, the hitter, Battleground High School. Jenna, a sophomore. That one off the hands. I hated those ones. Ring the hands. Of course, when you play catcher, ringing the hands on a swing is the least of your worries. There's usually a lot worse injuries than that. You get those foul balls that hit you and the umpire.
Sorry. Okay.
No.
No. Yeah. I think getting the foul balls into the mask is probably the worst. You get, for me at least, just because I get so out of it for at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play. She could have tossed that over, but it was just that in between where she decided to take it herself. Gets the lead runner, but I'm not sure they get that double play either way.
Yeah.
But a good play nonetheless out at second. And the next hitter will be number 3, Emma de Loyola. My tongue just can't make that transition. Well hit. Base hit to left. Left fielder Ortiz gets it in quickly. And runners at first and second with one out. And next up will be number 7, Aurora Prettyman, Central Catholic High School. Lays down the bunt to advance the runners. Now 2 outs. And the hitter, Jessica Sturt, out of Banks High School. Saw a lot of those in the early games with the ball hard to grip.
Balls in the dirt.
Kind of lost the handle on that one a little bit, and but fortunately a little drier right now. But The struggle was real this morning.
Oh, yeah, it was tough this morning all around.
Oh, nice catch
him.
by the second baseman over the shoulder, heading toward the line, making that catch. And last chance for the Lady Knights coming up. That was Antle, I believe, out there at second, making that play over the shoulder. Nice play there. And we head to the bottom of the seventh. They're in a 4-run deficit right now, so the Lady Knights got their work cut out for them when we come back. Last chance for the Lady Knights. Trailing here in the seventh, 5-1. Oregon Blaze United has been in control most of the way. The hitter for the Knights, number 15, Peyton Justice. So, Riley, is this your first chance to do some color announcing today?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah?
Definitely.
We haven't been too hard on you, have we?
No, definitely not, honestly. I mean, I've just never done anything like this before, so I hope I'm not disappointing.
No, your insight's excellent. That's exactly what I need because I have none. So
Right.
So they get the first out in foul territory, and that'll bring up number 18, Natalia Zapata. And she grounds out for the second out, so the Blaze 1 out away from putting this one away. And the hitter, number 87, Kate Kofstad.
They just need one more hit. Just one hit to light the fire, and they'll be all right. That's all it takes.
Yeah, it's never over until it's over. You never know how a rally's going to start. That's hit well. That one's got a chance, but it'll come up just short as the center fielder hauls it in. And Oregon Blaze United is going to get the win. Final score, Oregon Blaze United 5. And the Corvallis Lady Knights 1. And so that's going to do it. One more game to go on today's schedule, and then we will have 6 more games tomorrow in the bracket play, which actually adds up to 24 more games. We've got broadcasts on 4 different fields. So we'll have all of the championship and third place games broadcast tomorrow. But bracket play starts tomorrow. But one more game coming up later today. All the fields will have games coming up at 6 o'clock. So for my cameraman, Joseph Brett, and my wonderful color announcer, Riley Donovan. I'm Jeff Smith, and you've been listening to USA Softball Oregon on Table Rock Sports.